And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm going to be riding the Lyric Graffiti X, as you see it right there. And I want to talk about something that is very important to all of us that own an e-bike, or any bike for that matter, but particularly e-bike because this is an e-bike channel. I want to talk about it, and that is securing everything on your bike as far as making it safe. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because I had an issue this morning on my way out the door early this morning with the bike. I encountered a problem. I've been hearing noises lately and I don't know where that's coming from. And I'm checking the tires for stones and different things. You know, we get little pebbles caught in here and between the tread here. And so I was checking that. Down here you get pebbles and different things in that tread because it's pretty wide there and lots of things can fit in there. And then I realized and noticed right down here, bring the camera down, this nut was almost right off of the axle. It was just barely on there. And so I screwed it hand tight and got a wrench and tightened it up. But we do want to make sure all of our parts on the bike are secured and tight because you don't want to have an accident. And here I've been riding around for I don't know how long with that and neglecting to check it, and should be checking it more often. I mean, I probably don't do it enough. I think you probably, depending on how much you ride, I would say probably every couple of weeks it might not hurt to just give it a quick check over and make sure everything is tight there, because you know, here I am flirting with disaster. You know, had that wheel, that nut come right off, and you see the other side has a cap on there. I should have showed you, but there's a cap, protective cap, and this side had one, but then it fell off somewhere along the way. But yeah, you want to make sure everything is secure. Front wheel, back wheel. Make sure your brakes are working in good order. Your handlebars are tight, because all of that can come loose in time, right? You know, just the jarring around of the bike, just from the the regular ride, have things like that come up. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure everything's tight. I don't want to steal someone else's slogan, but like a fellow YouTuber, Shreddy McSkate, would say, check your nuts. I mean, literally, you need to check everything on the bike. So yeah, I got an eye-opener when I saw that this morning. I thought, wow, what am I doing riding around with a nut basically coming right off? So definitely make sure everything is secure on the bike. Then another thing to check for is your air pressure, tire pressure. Make sure your tires are at the in that range that they recommend. I like personally keeping mine on the higher end. So if they're a PSI of 30, I generally like to put them right up to the max. But that's personal preference for me. You might want different. Sometimes just sitting there, the bikes will lose a little bit of pressure in the tire. So you want to make sure they're pumped up. Yeah, 2 weeks. I'd say every 2 weeks if you're riding like I do on a daily basis. It probably wouldn't hurt. Especially if you're doing off-road. any off-roading, then for sure you want to do that, because that's a little more banging around, you know, moving around. And so you definitely want to check everything. The other thing I need to do, and I don't do it often enough, but it's kind of hard this time of year, is keep the bike clean. Every time I clean it and go out and it gets dirty again, it's pretty easy to get dirty, especially around here. We get so much rain, and so yeah, you want to look after your bike and make sure it's in good running order, so that you don't have any issues with something happening, especially if you're riding it, you know, let's say 20-25 miles an hour. It doesn't have to be 50 miles an hour to have accidents and have things happen, and you don't want that. Nobody wants to have accidents. You or the bike or anybody else around you. So yeah, you just want to do a little look-see. And if you are in a hurry like I was this morning, I didn't even realize that nut was loose, you know, and then I had to quickly scram to get a wrench to tighten that up, but I didn't have a chance to check the front wheel because I was on the way out the door. But yeah, you certainly want to check everything. Maybe let us know in the comments if you've ever had an issue with something happened because it came loose and you didn't realize that it came loose. Pretty nice day out today. We got temperatures again in the high 40s. We've been spoiled the last 2 days. I'm still hearing something else, a little rubbing noise or something. Not sure what that is. No, I don't hear it. These electric bikes are so quiet that it actually works as a good thing, that them being so quiet, that if there is an issue, you have a better chance of hearing it than you do on like a gas-powered motorcycle, for example. These are so quiet, you hear every little thing, right? Now, some people like to take their bikes to the bike shop to have it a tune-up done. Not a bad idea. The one thing about that, though, is that there's not enough shops around. Unfortunately, some of them just will not, they refuse, actually, bike shops to look at electric bikes. Especially if it's like a issue with the back wheel. Like, let's say you had a flat tire, for example, and you weren't able to change it, and you wanted to take it to a shop. A lot of shops will say no, they don't want to handle, especially when it's got the hub motor, you know, or rear hub motor. They don't even want to look at them. And it's unfortunate. We need to have more repair shops for electric bikes, and that I think would help in sales of electric bikes too, because unfortunately there's not enough of those around, and some communities don't have any at all, or sometimes you have to drive a long way to find a repair shop. So I think if we had more repair shops, I think that wouldn't hurt, and people would feel a little more at ease of buying a bike, because they, maybe that's not their thing to fix bikes. I'm not a big repair person. I'd rather just ride the bike, is my favorite thing to do. But some people love to tinker with the bikes and do all kinds of things, but I'm more of a rider than a tinkerer. So let's make sure our bike's in good running order and be safe. That's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any others, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. And once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.